Good morning, I'm Tom Fricke. Joining me in the studio, very special guest this morning, it's the Reverend Freakchild.
Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Doing good. Hey, man, it's always good to see you. You've been hanging out around the Front Range for a while.
I have, yeah. I'm making my home in Boulder, Colorado these days. I'm making the most of my midlife crisis. I went back to graduate school. I'm studying at Naropa University, kind of hippie school, studying Buddhism out there, but, you know, always trying to sing some songs of realization.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me, man. It's great to be out here. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah,
wow,
so you're doing a little bit of a Colorado tour, just going around hitting radio stations all around the state.
Radio stations, and actually we were out in Grand Junction a couple weeks ago. Played the radio room out there. It was great. And I just got word I'll be at the Telluride Blues and Brews Festival. I guess that's in a couple weeks. So
wow.
Doing a little Saturday morning blues for breakfast.
Very nice. Yes. So you're on the road, and of course the ulterior motive promoting the new album.
Yes, the new album, Dial It In, featuring people like G-Love from G-Love and Special Sauce, my good friend Mark Karen from Rat Dog, other luminaries like Hazel Miller. Check it out on floatingrecords.com. That's the new album from Reverend Freakchild.
Dial It In.
Sorry, you can tell I'm on the end of the summer promotional tour here. I just got it set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we started out in Colorado in May. Me, myself, and I have been doing on the solo tour here. And I like doing the solo tour. I mean, I love playing with cats because it's just amazing to play with musicians. I went back to New York and through the Midwest, played solo, and then got to New York, and I got some buddies, Chris Parker and Hugh Poole, who are on the latest album. Went through New England and then down through the South, hooked up with my buddy Ram John Jennings. This guy's a real preacher, and like me, he had a penchant for some psychedelic, ingestations, and got a little sidetracked into the weird cul-de-sac of his mind. But anyway, and then down through the South, Texas, back to Colorado, and then I went to the West Coast, and this year we went down from Seattle down to San Francisco, played a whole bunch of gigs, and then came back, like I was saying, through Grand Junction, played the radio room a couple of weeks ago. But amazing summer, beautiful country out there, people. You got to be thankful you're living in the USA. But, global community here, with the technology of radio, we can, you can get on the internet and listen to Krystal wherever you are.
Streaming around the world.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Talking with Reverend Freakchild in studio this morning. Where are you going to be doing a gig where somebody can come and see you?
Well, I think the next live appearance is the Telluride Blues and Blues. What is it? Blues and Brews?
Blues and Brews.
Blues and Blues? Blues and Brews? Yeah.
Brews and Blues.
Saturday morning, September 14th.
Okay.
Come check it out. And then we'll be back in Boulder. I went back to graduate school. There's no kidding, man. I'm making the most of my midlife crisis. So I really take this sort of the winters to do this sort of study, retreat, I don't know what it is, man. People are like, why are you into Buddhism? I was like, maybe I was a Buddhist in my past life, And my mom used to read to us out of the Bible, she wasn't like a zealot. She's a Presbyterian Texan. This is what you did at night. You read out of the Bible after dinner, So that's what she did with us. Because that's what she did, growing up. And then, it was that weekend that I took too much LSD and I thought I was Jesus. That kind of messed me up. I was like, I don't want that job, man. It's too much responsibility. So
way too much.
I've been, nothing wrong with chasing the boys. I got all due respect for, Christianity and all of the forms of it, But I've been studying Buddhism lately, so I've been really taking some time. And I really encountered these things called songs of realization. There's a parallel tradition. In Christianity, you got hymns and the gospel music. I go down to Memphis when I have a gig down there, and I'll visit the Bishop Reverend Al Green, at his full tabernacle choir. I actually just saw Mark Cohen with the Blind Boys of Alabama. He was on that tour in Taj Mahal at Chautauqua in Boulder, and he was talking about visiting the full gospel tabernacle. It's about 2 miles down the road from Graceland, people. If you ever visit Graceland, make the pilgrimage down just a couple miles down. Wednesday nights Bible study and choir, and Sunday mornings, a little time with the Reverend Al Green. I mean, it's amazing, So all these religious traditions, or lack thereof, have, spiritual music. And I think music is a great way to get in touch with, your spirituality and connecting to being a human. And, geez, I mean, out here, you can just take a hike, up on a mountain, and you're connected with, geez, I'm looking out your window, man. You got some beautiful mountains right out there. You're connected to the... being on this planet.
Let's get in touch with some music. Reverend Freakchild in the studio this morning on Krystal 93.
Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, let's do one for the ancestors. A lot of mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers did a lot of work to get us to this present moment. We'll do an old Blind Lemon Jefferson tune called See That My Grave Is Kept Clean. Here we go. Yeah. So there's one kind favor you can do for me. Yeah, yeah. Say there's one kind favor you can do for me. Yeah. Say there's one kind favor you can do for me. Just see that their graves are kept clean. Hey, hey. Yeah, 'cause there's two white horses following me. Hey. I said there's two white horses following me. Said there's two white horses following me. They're waiting on my buried ground. Hey. Now, have you ever heard that coughing sound? I say, you ever heard that coughing sound? Hey! Now, you ever heard that coughing sound? In under the post, souls in the ground. Have you ever heard them church bells toll? Now you ever heard them church bells toll? Now you ever heard them church bells toll? In another post so dead and gone. Hey! Hey! My heart's stopping beating and my hands is turning cold. Oh, when my heart stops beating and my hands is turning cold. I believe my heart has stopped beating, now my hands is turning cold. Now I believe what the Bible told. Yeah. So there's one kind favor you can do for me. Yeah. Now there's one kind favor you can do for me. Hey. Said there's one kind favor you can do for me. Just see that their graves are kept clean. Hey. Hey.
The Reverend Freakchild in the studio live on Krystal 93. There we go. What kind of guitar is that?
This is a National round neck guitar. It's actually the silver lining on a really harsh story. There's a tune on the new album called Hippie Blues Man Blues about all getting my stuff all smashed and grabbed out there in San Francisco. Oh, it's bad. They got two guitars and ukulele. You know, I left my ukulele out. I was playing it in traffic. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
And then I left it out on the passenger seat. They broke into that, and I think they just realized, oh, my God, under here, there's a gold mine. And,
oh, man.
They even took my clean laundry, man. It was just brutal. So I went up to Tall Toad Music in Petaluma, got this because I had a whole bunch of more gigs and radio, you know, and different things, appearances, and things on the hook, and this time turned out to be the silver lining on a really bad story. But,
Hey.
I went back to my Lama, and he was like, you got to bring these obstacles onto the path of awakening. I went back to the good book. It says, love your enemies. And it really took me a long time to cultivate some compassion for people that might have stolen my stuff. But it was actually on my anniversary of my 10th year being sober that happened. And I was like, higher power, what are you doing to me? And as I'm filling out the police report, I thought, man, if I had been chucking and jiving and using and drinking and drugging for another 10 years, maybe I would have gotten so low that I would smash somebody's cars and stolen their guitars, So I was like, all right, got to have some gratitude, man. And it made me kind of cultivate like some compassion for people out there suffering under addiction, and just, hurting other people because they're trying to, feed their self-centered fear and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's not get too heavy. But anyway, yeah, there was one Blind Lemon Jefferson on this beautiful national nickel-plated silver lining here. I got to do one for the ancestors. My shaman always says, you got to do one for the ancestors, man. I don't know. I guess were the Arapaho this far into the mountains? Or was the Ute
There's the
out here?
Ute and the Arapaho,
Right.
Navajo. Yeah,
So
a
we'll
lot of those.
send a little something out to the peoples that were here before the Western peoples. But, of course, the Western people have been here for a long time, too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come and gone, a lot of spirits around, man. So we'll try to give voice to those that have no voice and, get in touch with all the magic that's happening.
Brand new
Unseen.
album. Reverend Freakchild, look for the new album. What's the website? Where can we find it?
You can check it out at treatedandreleasedrecords.com or floatingrecords.com. Just type Reverend Freakchild into your electronic synthonic replicator, man. Something's going to pop up. Good.
Yeah. Pop it up soon.